How's it going, everyone? Thought I'd do something a bit different today. And I apologize when y'all see a little bit of movement on the screen. My face cam is not actually popping up over top of the stream, so you just have to deal with my voice for right now. Um, there we go. Sorry, I'm also taking care of a couple of behind the scenes stuff while trying to get this set up. Uh, so what I'm doing today is going to be a little bit different. One of my favorite animation YouTubers, CarbotsAnimations, I have reached out to him and asked if he would mind me live streaming his series finale for Starcrafts. This is the last episode of it completely. I am very sad to see this happen. It has been, out of all of his animations, quite possibly my favorite. It has been an amazing, amazing trip through episode 1 all the way to season 7, episode 6. To my knowledge, I have not missed an episode. I probably missed one or two, but I always manage to catch up. So I'm pretty sure I've caught up, and a little bit of what's going to lead up to this is first off, if you haven't seen it yourselves, go check it out. This is absolutely amazing. I cannot sing this man's praise enough. I love StarCraft, and I love where it has come over the past 20 years. Um, there are times where I couldn't imagine playing it without the StarCrafts mod. Hi, Miss Cindy. At the same time, it's just such a big addition to it, and it's been so big for the community that it's just absolutely amazing. And as I said before, I couldn't imagine the game without it now at this point. Um, for anyone who remembers playing StarCraft 1, there was this big way of playing where you could take a Dark Archon and mind control and build all three bases. From what I understand, you could do something similar in StarCraft 2 with a Zerg unit. I cannot remember what it is off the top of my head. I don't play much Zerg, but it's kind of going along with the same thing. There's one of them, and it created a whole army, and so far it has basically torn all the original three armies, the Protoss, the Terran, and the Zergs, really to pieces. So it's we're at this point where they're losing this war against Red, and they're losing it hard. There have been casualties. It's been very emotional, and I'm not even going to lie. There have been times when it has brought me to tears. It has made me cry like a little baby. For instance, without any spoilers, there is the part where they do kill off one of the characters, and even though they don't really speak, it's just the way it's done is heart wrenching. So let's get into it and see where this finale takes us.
Hey guys, it's me, it's your best friend, it's Carbot. StarCraft is sponsored by SC2ReplayStats.com. This is our best sponsor ever, I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's a StarCraft sponsor. This site, you can upload your StarCraft 2 replays, and you can view so many statistics about your match that you won't even know what to do with it all. Every structure you make, every unit you train, every ability you cast is recorded. Cost effectiveness of it, the amount of times it was produced, it keeps track of everything you do. It even keeps track of the amount of times you A-move. There's even a heat map of structures and battles where it all took place. It's pretty cool. and we're barely scratching the surface of what the site has to offer. And if a million statistics aren't enough to satisfy your needs, the site can even offer you training. Yes, a website can offer you training. It will identify what you did right or wrong in your matchup. It'll break it down to 3 segments: early game, mid game, and late game, of how well or horrible you played. For me, is how horrible I am. And it'll give you advice of what you need to do to improve in those specific time frames. There's been 12 million replays uploaded to this site, and I strongly recommend it. It's such a great StarCraft 2 tool to help players improve. So click the link in the description below and check out StarCraft2ReplayStats.com.
Anyone visual? We hear you. Loud and clear.
Got the Brood War units.
On now. Commencing. Something burning.
I do love I do want to say, and I'm sorry, I am tricking up a little bit. That Zealot is easily my favorite character. And I am so glad. He was the one that actually they had insinuated they had killed off, and they did. But I love how they brought him back. And that is just so amazing. I'm loving this because that is how he has acted since episode 1 of season 1.
Outstanding.
I won't lose you. Had it up to here with you. Someone is taking you down. Whoa!
Ah, shit.
I've got your back.
Affirmative.
I will say I love how it was the little circling that managed to bring down the two infestors just from being that damn quick. That's a really cool touch. For those of you that are familiar with the StarCraft universe, this might be a little bit obvious, but that's supposed to be Kerrigan. And I would just like to take a second and say, I did not see that coming, and it is so hard not to cry right now. I am a sucker for the sacrificed hero arc. A lot of stories have it, and I am an absolute sucker for it. The just as the best example, I've played this particular game for years, and Mass Effect 3. Every time I play, and Morden gives his life to cure the genophage, I end up breaking down, like I'm really close to doing right now. My reaction aside, be it positive or negative for some of you, I highly recommend everyone go and check out Starcrafts from the beginning, because I know this is the end and it's kind of a really horrible place to start. But go back to the beginning and watch it all the way through. It's an absolutely amazing journey. It's one of the best things I can say about it is something I say about quite a few older games that I love. Some of the problems with newer games is they overemphasize the story to the point where it's done to death. And games like Final Fantasy VII is a prime example. It doesn't need dialogue. It has the written dialogue, but it does not need the spoken dialogue to have to be able to draw out an emotional response from people. This is the exact same thing, and I have loved StarCrafts ever since I've gotten into it. I love a lot of CarbotsAnimations. I hope he gets all the fame that he is looking for, because let me tell you something, this is one of the best cartoons I've ever seen. But damn, that ran me through an emotional ringer I was not expecting. Oh. Oh god. No, I'm sniffling too. That's gonna be so bad. Oh. Okay, let's try and finish this one up. I love the things. I love the Carbot servants. They're just so adorable. have plushies of them. I'll have to double check where, and if I do end up finding it, I'll put the website in my in the description for this video. But I recommend getting some of the plushies and stuff, supporting Carbots Animation in any way possible. Like I said, he just does amazing work, and it is so worth it. Ah. Oh, that was an emotional roller coaster. Oh, my poor feelings. Okay. Now that I've had a half a second to compose myself a little bit better. Oh, so I'm gonna not minimize, but exit full screen on this. And oddly enough, it is still not showing. Nope. I have no idea why it's not showing that. Okay, cool, whatever. Um, for some reason I just can't get my face cam to show. I'm sorry about that, guys. I mean, not that y'all would probably want to see it right now anyway. I'm not gonna lie, it's a hot mess over here. I was really close to ugly crying a couple times. Um, woof. So this right here is this guy's channel. It's CarbotsAnimations. Um, he doesn't just do StarCrafts. He does Heroes of the Storm. He does Overwatch. He does World of Warcraft. He does Diablo. But I definitely recommend going through and checking out all of his videos. They're all really good. As you can see, they average about 2 minutes. Sometimes, actually, most of the time, a lot less. Most of his season one stuff is under a minute. But hell, if you get an extra 30 minutes of your day, that's one season of StarCrafts at a time. Check it out. Show this guy some love. I mean, the this is one of the most amazing things. And actually, real quick, I am. First off, I'm going to apologize because this is going to look really weird here in a second. I'm actually going to pull StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1 both up. I just got to remember how to do it. Actually, should be able to do it from here. Da, 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 da. Okay, so I'll actually move this over that way y'all can see it. So him and his team, I thought it was just one guy, but him and his team made the StarCraft cartooned mod. This is an actual mod for the original StarCraft plus Brood War. And this is not just for multiplayer maps, this is the entire campaign. In fact, let's do this. Woohoo! Get a good look at that. Ah! Okay, there we go. Now y'all can see me. Now y'all can see me post horrible, horrible mess of crying. I just now realized my webcam is a little messed up. Maybe it was a good thing I didn't have it to begin with. So, when you do have, let me know the sound. Oh God, my eyes are now at that point where they're moist but dry as hell. It's hard to explain. It's after one of those bad cries. So, with the cartoon mod, you can see it advertised right here. It is... there right there. Now, you do have to get StarCraft Remastered for it, but I easily recommend it. Both of StarCraft Remastered is an overhaul on the graphics. It's absolutely amazing. And with the StarCrafts mod, it's just every aspect of the campaign. I actually redid my campaign because I'm a masochist. I deleted it to restart it. The only thing that is not changed, though, is the cinematics. I'll show you that in a second. I am just going to show you the intro right now to one of the missions to show you that it does. That's what I'm looking for. It does affect all aspects. So you can see where they're all sitting in the cinema.
Receiving incoming transmission. Comlink established.
I got your message, Magistrate. And frankly, I don't care what you have to say about Confederate regulations. You damn fringe world yokels are all alike. Don't know where your loyalties lie. Y'all have a real good day now, you hear?
Transmission ended. The report you requested is ready. 16 outland stations have reported sightings of the alien
Pretty sure y'all
invaders
get the idea.
identified as Zerg. The Confederates have
Each of the characters have their own individual icons. The cinematics are the same. It's just the characters setting in the theater. The three main characters: the Zergling, the Terran Marine, and I just saw a hand. Oh, that was pretty cool. I was like, what the hell is that? So, the other part of this yep, you'll be able to see my stream. Oh, that's what I was doing. Okay. So the other part of this, something else they do, and this is something you can do for completely free. It's really cool. I recommend it to anyone who does play StarCraft 2. Let's pull up StarCraft 2. Hopefully. Oh, and also for those of you that have noticed, yes, I did shave a couple days ago. God, I'm an emotional little bitch sometimes. um, Custom. Look up specific mods. Thought I had it saved. New. Am I? Oh, there it is. I did have it saved. I was just in the wrong spot. Okay, so this is the Starcrafts mod. This is something else he has worked on. Has its own set of patch notes. To my knowledge, there aren't any issues with it. It'd be the same as playing a versus game. You can see all the really good reviews it's had. Um, I mean, this is just absolutely one of the coolest things you could ever have a chance to experience. And I mean, taking StarCraft at its serious level, it is a story about a redeemable hero being Kerrigan. Um, but taking it to the level of making it this cartoony. Now, I'm not going to lie. I started StarCraft 1 with the demo back when I was 5, 6 years old. I can't remember when it came out. I had the demo beat. By the time the main game came out, I played it all the time. Loved it as a kid. Didn't understand the story, but StarCrafts gives me a way that I feel like I could play with my son and translate to him as something fun and colorful. And I'm not entirely sure it was meant for that purpose, but for someone like me who I don't see an issue with playing video games with my kid, that's a really good adaptation for it. It doesn't take anything away from the game, and it's a really colorful way and a really fun way of doing it. So again, for all those that have watched or are watching this in the future, like I said, shoot over to this guy's YouTube channel. Check out his stuff. It's amazing. Try the StarCraft's mod on StarCraft 2 if you really like it. Then, if you can afford it, consider getting StarCraft cartooned and remastered, because it's just a really, really fun little thing to do. And like I said, maybe it's just me, but I really like it. For right now, I might stream a little bit later, but it's been fun. It's been a really, really emotional roller coaster for me. I am going to jump off for a few minutes. I might actually get on and do a couple of StarCraft's mod games, just as a homage to the StarCraft story coming to an end. But just give me a few minutes. Let me try and pull myself together a little bit better. Thank you everyone for coming out, and thank you everyone who watches this in the future. And I'll see y'all in the next video or stream.